man, listen.
Look at this sweat.
Locked in. A comfortable position's what I'm after. The illest. I never tire.
Right, so I feel like a lot of people give journaling a bit of a bad rap because you see so many kind of like influencers out there, right? Like doing the journaling and they're like, oh yeah, every day wake up, journal for an hour, you know, and then do my ice bath and then I'll do some yoga and then I'll meditate for an hour. And I feel like it kind of gets thrown into a little bit of like that sort of category of stuff. But one thing I will say is that since I've started doing a little bit of journaling every morning, you know, only like 10 minutes just to get a little bit of sun. But one really good way of doing it is I just write down the things that are most important to me. So family, friendships / relationships, and then business as well. You know, for the family category this morning, for example, just thinking about my mum, thinking about my sister, because obviously I'm away in Bali, I'm missing them a lot. And I'm just kind of like thinking about what they're going through in their life at the minute. And yeah, really just like build better relationships with them because it helps me to understand and kind of see from their point of view, like where they're at in life and like all the stuff they got going on. And then it helps me to be a lot more supportive. So yeah, I'm not going to go on too much about it, but I do think journaling's a good one. I know some people think it's a bit woo-woo or whatever, but yeah, just something I like to do every morning. But yeah, let's continue on with the day and see where we end up next. All right, the stallion's finally awake, so it's breakfast time. Oh, that's super. Incredible food in Bali, as always. Tell you what, I'll say one thing, it is extremely hard to get a bad meal in Bali. Honestly, everywhere just seems to do like literally the best food for the best prices. Actually insane. But yeah, that was no exception. That was delicious. Probably head back to the Airbnb now and crack on with some work. All right guys, just got back to the villa now. So I'm gonna start with some of today's tasks, gonna start knocking them off. First one is to get some YouTube content recorded. So I'm gonna show you the setup that I've been running with now to record the videos since I've been in Bali. And as you can see, this is a pretty humble setup, to be honest. Laptop will be there, got the camera here. So for anyone that's into content creation or is looking to get into it, Sony ZV-E10, just on a little tripod as well, just a cheap one that we picked up locally. Great camera, massive issue though, especially with the heat in Bali. It tends to overheat every, say, 40 minutes or 30 minutes of recording. And for anyone that's done content, you'll know that even if you're trying to record like a 30-minute video, that's going to take you probably longer than 40 minutes, right? I know some people, even maybe a 20-minute video might take you longer than 40 minutes to record. A lot of editing that normally has to happen, but yeah, it's just part of the game. Certainly not going to complain. Yeah, pretty simple setup, and just going to go record the videos. So yeah, as you can actually see, in that 30-day period, the total revenue was 14,685 Great British pounds, which actually equates to just over 20,000 United States dollars. But yeah, one thing I will say about that time period. All right, guys, just finished off a bit of business, and we're about to go to a bit of a Muay Thai session now. And I'm not going to lie, I am literally falling asleep here, like on the sofa. Like no part of me right now actually wants to do this. Yeah, I guess Rome wasn't built in a day, and success always comes down to discipline. So yeah, I've got to do it. But now I'll obviously enjoy it loads, like when I'm there, and I'm certainly not going to complain that it's like pretty much midday and I get to do Muay Thai for fun. But yeah, gonna go smash that out and then yeah, try to get some good clips for you. So yeah, let's go into a big session then. Boom. Bro, that's gonna be way too much footage. Fuck me, bro. Still feeling good? Mate, it never uses it. Nah, that's class, man. That's what we're in for.
Shot, push, shot, elbow, up, knee, elbow, shot, shot,
Tell you what, I just finished a Muay Thai. Mate, look at this sweat. Jeez. Nah, I tell you, nothing motivates you like putting a sweat on like that. But yeah, no, it was a decent sesh. One of the best performances today, but good fun nonetheless. And boys go recover now, have some good food, and get back to a bit more business for the evening. Right, so I'm not going to put this bit into the vlog to look like a dick or anything or to try and show off, but this genuinely is what I do in a real life day of my life, and it's one of the major advantages of actually having an online business that allows you to have that location freedom and actually choose like where you work from. I come from England, right? And pretty much every fucking day in England, it is raining. So if I have like a stressful business meeting or something, or something's just like not going my way, which, if you enter into the game of online business, there's probably at least 50% of the time things are not going your way, right? And you're just trying to like solve issues. So yeah, that's a massive reason why I choose to live in a beautiful country like this, like Indonesia, in Bali. It's not expensive. I'm not paying London prices here for stuff, right? But I'm getting a quality of life, which is 10 times better than London, in my opinion. And yeah, I just think it just helps you get to that next level where you want to get to just so much faster. And yeah, just helps to relieve some of the stress. But yeah, I don't think there's much more to say on this bit. I'm gonna go have a little dunk, crack on back to some business probably. But yeah, we'll see where we end up. Alright guys, so just finished filming a few YouTube videos and a few bits of content. But yeah, I was actually just looking through some of the stats from my store, and I just wanted to share them with you if any of you want to like follow along with the journey for what some of my shops are doing. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are interested, if you want to take a quick little look. So you can see here, December, we got some of the stats there of the profits and the sales. And also you see a pretty low ad budget spend as well for December. And then I'll go ahead and show you the November as well. So again, pretty much the exact same as how we performed in December. So yeah, the last few months have been pretty decent in the shop, to be fair. For this one, I said this is one of my shops and I am running a few. But yeah, I always kind of want to make a conscious effort to be as transparent as possible, because I know what it's like. Like I started out selling online and you never really know like who to trust out there. And I tell you now, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, they're saying they're doing certain things on Etsy or anything in general, dropshipping, whatever, and they're not telling you the truth. Like so many people out there are not doing what they're saying they're doing, or they're not even saying they're doing anything, they're just giving you advice and they've never done anything of note, or they've done something of note, say 5 years ago, and they're not doing anything significant now. So yeah, just want to put that in there. Be careful who you trust, guys. Like seriously, be careful who you trust out there, right? I see a lot of people come to me and they've fallen for other stuff online. Say, I'm never going to call anyone out. I'm never going to name any names. But yeah, I just want to make sure that, if you're going to invest in something or you want to learn something, do it for something that's got a bit of proof, right? And something that's working now, not something that worked 5 years ago. But yeah, a few more business meetings to go today. And then also, of course, we've got the coaching call as well. Okay, so in saturated niches, I would definitely say you're a lot better off having premium branding number one. If something's saturated, you're going to be competing against so many people, right? So the first question you've got to ask yourself is, why would anybody buy my product versus all of the competition, right? The more saturated something is, the more people you're competing against. All right, so just finished up a big day of business, very eventful day, and now for the best bit, you're gonna get to see what my favorite food in the whole world is. Just gonna go for some dinner, going with the stallion as well. So yeah, just gonna grab a good bite to eat. You're gonna see my favorite food.
Yeah, that shit looks good.
Bro, any sort of noodle in Asia is crazy. Oh, that's spicy, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. 10 out of 10. Right, guys, so you've just seen a lot of the highlights of my day. And I think with anything you see on social media, it's important to say that for most of the day, when I either wasn't doing something fun or filming stuff like for the vlog, I was literally just sat there on my laptop, just locking into work and pretty much working every single other waking hour that I wasn't doing something else. I was just working. The work that has had to happen for me to be in this privileged position right now has been a hell of a lot, and there has been a lot of down moments. And I just think, like with anything in life, it's really important to always know the why behind doing something. And you know, it might be different for you, but certainly for me, my why is because one day when I have my own family, I want to be the provider for them. You know, I only want them to work if it's work that they want to do, you know, not have to work to do a job that they don't want to do, like out of necessity. So that's kind of like my why, to provide for my future family, but also to look after my current existing family who actually, you know, brought me into this world. So there's nothing I would want more than to be able to, you know, fly my mum to her favorite place in the world, look after my sister. All of that sort of stuff is like my why. And I just think, you know, like being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, right? You go through so many lonely nights where you're just working up super late on the laptop. But I think, yeah, always having that why behind why you're doing something is always going to carry you through. And it almost makes it really impossible to fail. So I think that's one important thing that needs to be out there. But another thing I want to say is that, yes, okay, although I have put like considerable work in over the last few years, for me, it's never felt like work. And when you're doing something with that really clear why, and you're also kind of in the right mindset that, you know, you can enjoy life at the same time as building a business. I see so many other YouTubers out there, so many people on the internet saying that to make anything successful, you just have to basically lock yourself in the room and become, you know, a bit of like a little hermit, like destroy your social circles and sacrifice anything fun. Nowadays, with social media, with online e-commerce, with like online business, you don't need to do that. You really can build something sustainable and enjoy the whole process and still live your life while you're doing that and while you're building that. So yeah, I don't want that ever to be like lost on anybody. Like, yeah, it does take hard work, it takes consistency, but if you have a very clear why and you find a way to enjoy the process and still live life along the way, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel hard. It really doesn't feel hard. And anyone that's really into, you know, business, really into their online business, you'll probably get a little bit of what I'm saying here. Like, we want to be successful, we want to make it, and we want that so much that it really doesn't feel like work. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. But just like you, just like times when you have doubt, I have times of doubt. Just like you, when you have moments when you think that, you know, this isn't going to work and you want to give up, I have that as well. I still sometimes have that very frequently now, okay? You know, I'm not like subhuman. That definitely still does happen, but yeah, you know, I'm just grateful, man. Grateful that I had that why there that saw me through like so many hard times while building the business, and then yeah, just very privileged and lucky and grateful to be in this position now. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you for watching this vlog. If you enjoyed it, just let me know. Maybe I'll make another one if you did. But yeah, thanks for watching.